now that gym leaders are a thing of the past, I believe it's time we take a moment to see who the top 6 worst gym leaders are of all time, one from each generation, and rank them. So ready? Here we go. Number 6. Roark was the first gym leader in 4 generations to use rock types. On top of that, they gave the fire type starter, which is traditionally the one you don't want to choose, a fighting type move and an early evolution, so it actually resists rocks. On top of that, they gave each of his Pokemon stealth rocks and 1 damaging move, except for Cranidos, which they did not give any rock type moves, and can be 2-hit KO'd by any of the starters at level 14, one of which evolves being the fire type starter given Mach Punch, a priority move. So even if by some miracle you got the slowest Monferno on Earth, you're always going to hit first. The main shortcoming of his team, though, is yet again another use of Geodude and Onix, obviously getting completely obliterated by water and grass type moves. So his Cranidos is actually his strongest asset on the team, which is why I went after it for being so easily countered by the starters. However, that thing will still hit you for 40% damage on a normal headbutt, in addition to having Pursuit to punish switch outs, Leer to lower your defenses, and him packing potions. That thing can still be quite a threat to your team if not handled properly, which is why he's at the bottom of this list. Moving on to number 5, we have Cress, Cilan, and Chili. This trio that serves as the gym leaders at Striaton City actually had quite a good gimmick, choosing a Pokemon that was strong against your starter, being Fire, Grass, or Water. Although this is undermined by the fact that you can literally just go over to the Dream Yard and pick up a free Pansage, Pansear, or Panpour that will be strong against said Pokemon that they picked to counter your starter, and on top of it, you already get the stab move that's good against them, so you could literally just pick one up and head over there, although chances are you'll probably train a bit with it, making it stronger, so yeah, it's... Number 4 on this list, Misty, is actually packing a pretty decent squad, not being apparently weak to any of the starters except for the Grass-type starter and Pikachu if you're playing Pokemon Yellow. Problem is, the game develops a heavily pro-Grass slant after defeating Brock. When you go into Mount Moon, of course, there are rock types all over, well, there's Zubats too, but we don't talk about those. There are hikers all over the place with their Geodudes and their Onixes and just, and then if you have a grass type, say a Paris, you get there, or if you proceed forward to Bill's route after beating the rival, you can get a Bellsprout or Oddish and then clear a route again full of water and rock and ground types and hikers and just, Point is, you're going to have a rather strong, if not evolved, grass type to face Misty. Number 3 on this list, Wattson, Mauville City, Dynamo, whatever. Point is, he disappoints me in so many ways. For starters, even Twitch Play's Pokemon can beat him with a shit ninja. I mean, his main Pokemon, his big bad, Magnetric, is beaten by a 1 HP Husk. To make matters worse, you can choose the Water-type starter, which, yes, it gets Ground-type, but still, the Water-type starter, and you have a guaranteed win against him. You can choose... You don't even have to choose the Water-type starter. You can just go pick up a Geodude, and you have a guaranteed win against him. Point is, this guy is super easy to beat. Like, it's not even a challenge. Now, number 2 on this list, Wulfric, is an absolute pushover, especially for an 8th gym leader. His lead, Abomasnow, is 4 times weak to fire. At abysmal 28 speed and 46 special defense, Avalugg will be absolutely obliterated by any self-respecting fire type or fighting type with a special based move. Having a more respectable speed tier and a pretty decent special attack, Cryogonal might appear to be better than its brethren. However, a 30 defense stat gives it a glaring weakness to physical super effective attacks, which it has a plethora of weaknesses for you to take advantage of. So yeah, Wulfric, people might find you hard if they brought their level 5 Noibat. Number 1 on this list, Morty from Yucatrike City. Fact, you can walk into his gym with a level 10 Rattata and walk out with level 20 something Raticate and the badge and TM in your hand. I mean, his only countermeasures to the Rattata strategy is he can sucker punch you, but that only works if you're actually attacking him. If you're just sitting there and spamming tail whip, waiting for him to run out of sucker punches, which he only has 5 of. In Gold, Silver, Crystal, however, his countermeasures are a little better with Dream Eater. However, that requires the really inaccurate hypnosis to actually hit. On top of that, you can just use an Awakening when it actually does hit. And then his Curse Mean Look strategy is, well, it's suicidal to say the least. So if you don't have like literally the most common Pokemon in the game, I suppose he's a challenge. Were these gym leaders hard for you to face? Comment below and tell me about it. Tell me about the gym leaders that you found easiest and why you maybe found these gym leaders hard. Anyway, I'll be going now. You can click one of these buttons that are floating in the air or whatever. I got things to do, people to see, things to pretend to do, people to pretend I'm seeing. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you do too, so you might want to click that red X in the corner. But I'll leave you to it. Bye.